numerous collaborative soft skills articles on this, say from the Stoic community. Here we have something for you. As a motivational speaker, you want to deliver engaging and inspiring speeches that resonate with your audience. But how can you come up with fresh and relevant topics that showcase your expertise and passion? So from that article, you can learn some practical strategies to expand your speech topics and create more value for your listeners. Firstly, you need to identify your core message. Your core message is the main idea or theme that you want to convey to your audience. It should be clear, concise, and consistent throughout your speech. To identify your core message, ask yourself these questions. What is the purpose of your speech? What is the problem or challenge that you are addressing? What is the solution or benefit that you are offering? What is the action or outcome that you want your audience to take? Once you have your core message, you can use it as a guide to generate more speech topics. Explore different angles. One way to expand your speech topics is to explore different angles or perspectives on your core message. For example, if your core message is about overcoming fear, you can talk about how fear affects different aspects of life, such as health, relationships, career, or personal growth. You can also share stories or examples of how you and others have faced and overcome fear in various situations. By exploring different angles, you can add more depth and diversity to your speech topics and appeal to a wider range of audiences. Next, you can research your audience. Another way to expand your speech topics is to research your audience and tailor your content to their needs and interests. You can use various methods to gather information about your audience, like surveys, interviews, social media, or online reviews. You can also ask yourself these questions. Who is your target audience? What are their demographics, backgrounds, goals, challenges, or pain points? What are their expectations, preferences, or questions about your topic? How can you help them solve their problems or achieve their goals? By researching your audience, you can create more relevant and personalized speech topics that connect with them and provide value. So more on this in private links. You can email me for more of this at saritamwariyer@gmail.com, all small caps. About using the brainstorming technique. So this is a simple and effective technique. It will expand your speech topics, and this is what you need to do here is brainstorm ideas without judging or filtering them. So you can use a pen and paper, a whiteboard, or a digital tool to write down as many ideas as possible related to your core message or audience. You can also use prompts like questions, keywords, phrases, or images to stimulate your creativity. The goal is to generate a large quantity of ideas, not to evaluate their quality. After you have a list of ideas, you can review them and you can select the ones that are most promising or appealing. Then learn from other speakers. A great way to expand your speech topics is to learn from other speakers who are experts or influencers in your field or niche. You can watch their videos, listen to their podcasts, read their books or blogs, or attend their events. You can also follow them on social media or join their online communities. The purpose is not to copy and imitate them, but to get inspired by their insights, stories, styles, or techniques. You can also look for gaps, controversies, or trends in their topics and offer them your own unique perspective or contribution. Next, you can experiment and test. So the final way to expand your speech topics is to experiment and test different ideas and see how they perform with your audience. So you can use various platforms like webinars, podcasts, blogs, or social media to share your ideas and get feedback from your listeners. So you can also measure the results of your ideas like views, likes, comments, shares, or conversions. By experimenting and testing, you can discover what works and what doesn't and refine your speech topics accordingly. So here's what else to consider. This is a space to share examples, stories, or insights which don't fit into any of the previous sections. So what more would you like to add here? So do get back to me with your feedback. So firstly, these are some other things that you can also do how do you showcase your values and vision with stories? So do try to answer this question with me along with your feedback. And then, how can you add humor to your stories without offending listeners? How do you perfect your content for a live audience? What's the best way to find out what to charge for your motivation speaking? And lastly, how can you pitch to potential clients without making the common mistakes? So do get back to me with your feedback. We're looking at 10 habits to be happy. So happiness comes from within. So while life events certainly affect our mood, research shows that around 40% of our capacity for joy lies within our power to change. So practicing simple positive habits daily can help boost your overall happiness and life satisfaction. So here this article outlines 10 science-backed habits which have been proven to lift mood, perspective and enjoyment of life. So by establishing these habits, you're going to be able to take control of your happiness and create a more positive, fulfilling life. Firstly, express gratitude. So actively appreciating what you're grateful for has a powerful effect on happiness. You can shift your mindset by taking just a few minutes each day to reflect on things like good health, loved ones, achievements, pleasant experiences or simple comforts. So try starting a gratitude journal where you jot down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for daily. Give thanks before meals, send thank you notes or text to loved ones. Looking out for the little joys and privileges we enjoy but often take for granted can make a big difference in how content we feel. Secondly, get moving. So we'll see more about this and more other things in private links. Sarah did here was she started by keeping a daily gratitude journal. She set a goal to express gratitude to someone each day. So she joined a recreational soccer league to be more active and meet new people. So over time, Sarah added more habits like regular meditation, decluttering her home, taking a 10-minute walk outdoors daily, signing up for an online baking class, and focusing her thoughts on positive aspects of her job. So after a year of steadily integrating the habits, Sarah found her mood and outlook on life transformed. She was more optimistic, active, connected, and appreciative of each day. So simple joys like a good cup of coffee or a chat with a friend now lifted her spirit rather than going unnoticed. These habits became automatic over time, and Sarah's case demonstrates that small, consistent effort invested in your happiness pays off exponentially to uplift your life. Happiness is indeed a choice, and making it takes commitment, but the rewards are well worth it. So implementing even a few science-backed habits can gradually increase happiness, positivity and life satisfaction. So focus on integrating 1 to 2 new habits weekly until they stick. So with regular practice, you'll naturally become more grateful, engaged and purposeful in all aspects of your life. Look at how you control your anger. So stoicism is the key here, where they teach us the Seneca. So this is by Juliana Summers. So all of this will help. So as Seneca said, how to control your anger, stoicism. Anger can take control of our lives if left unrestrained. So the intense emotion often leads to regrettable words and actions that make situations worse instead of better. So uncontrolled anger harms relationships and it takes a toll on our health and happiness. Fortunately, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism provides timeless wisdom on managing anger effectively. Following the techniques will help you substantially reduce irritation and cultivate tranquility. Let's see more about this in private links. View of anger. So Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome saw anger as an unhealthy passion against reason. So they believed anger arises from mistaken judgments and unrealistic expectations about the world and other people. So, to control anger, the Stoics advocated correcting these false judgments through logic and adopting an attitude of calm acceptance. So, Stoics saw anger as a pointless, destructive emotion. They believed anger serves no good purpose, leading people to act irrationally, often making situations worse. According to the Stoics, the ideal state of mind is tranquility, so being clear headed and unperturbed by emotional turmoil. So, as Seneca stated, no plague has cost the human race more dear than anger. So, the Stoics saw anger as an irrational disease of the mind that we must master through reason and self control. How to challenge your judgments? So much anger comes from our subjective judgments and opinions rather than objective facts. So when you find yourself getting angry about something, take a step back, analyze the situation rationally rather than emotionally. Ask yourself, is this judgment accurate or am I exaggerating? Is the situation truly bad or only different from what I wanted? Is the other person acting with ill intent or are they just ignorant? So, challenging your judgments in this way can prevent anger from taking hold. The Stoics practiced continuously analyzing their impressions to ensure they aligned with truth rather than knee-jerk reactions. So, here's an example. Your co-worker fails to invite you to an important meeting. So, you initially judge that they sabotaged you intentionally, but upon reflection, you consider they may have just forgotten or have not realized you needed to be there. So let's see how you can have growth mindset strategies, how you can overcome your fixed mindset to grow as a person. Let's see more about this in the next private link.